Andy, Copper Country Outdoors. Today we're going to cook up a Irish beef stew, and the first thing we're going to do is add 3 pieces of peppered bacon to this 12-inch iron skillet. Get that fried up real nice and crispy. Then we're going to remove that out of the skillet and use the renderings to brown our beef with. Today we're cooking with actual coals from the fire. We have a fire pit just out of frame here behind me that we're using, and it's a little more difficult than briquettes, but you know, it's a good one to practice at home. The next thing we're going to add into the skillet here is some boneless chuck roast that we picked up on sale. We just got it cubed up into about 2-inch pieces, and we salted and peppered it before we put it in the skillet here. All we want to do here is just get this beef browned up on all the exposed surfaces. We're really not trying to cook it. We do have a pretty hot pan here. I've added a few coals into it. But we don't want to cook it. We just want to get it browned, and then we're going to place it in the Dutch oven. If you'll notice in the feed pan here, we don't have a lot of coals in there. And using a combination of the feed pan and the iron skillet, the handles will bridge over the feed pan and keep the bottom of the skillet up off of the coals, so you don't get as many hot spots that way, and you can poke coals underneath it and move coals around under it without taking the pan all the way out. It works a lot better that way than just on a regular, just throwing it on a campfire. Now we're going to add in our chopped onion. We're going to cook that until it's nice and brown. And you'll notice here I got a little bit of smoke coming off the outside of the pan where I got a couple of pieces of wood underneath it to shim it up. Just trying to get it leveled up there. And the wood's starting to get a little hot. Now we've got our onions all browned up real nice, and we're going to put in some garlic now. You don't want to add that garlic any earlier than at this time, because if you put it in too early, it'll burn and it'll be bitter, and we don't want that in our stew. So wait until you're just about done cooking the onions before you put the garlic in. Now we're going to go ahead and add in the beer. You can use any kind of beer you want, but I prefer to use a dark beer, and I think this recipe will come out a lot better with a dark beer in it. We're going to add this beer in here. We're going to let it come up, back up to temperature. And that beer wasn't cold. It was room temperature beer to begin with. And what we're going to use that beer for is it's going to deglaze the bottom of that pan and get all the drippings from the bacon and the beef off of that pan. So we're just going to stir that around with our bamboo spatula there and get all that loose, good stuff off the bottom of the pan, and it'll come right loose. If you got a good seasoned pan, all those drippings will come right off there for you. So just work that spoon around till you get those drippings all loose, and then we're going to transfer this into the Dutch oven. So we'll just let this come up to temperature. Okay, now we've recharged our feed pan with some fresh coals out of the fire pit. Moved to a different spot and got the Dutch oven in there with the bacon and the beef in it already, and we're getting ready to add in the beer and the onions and the garlic, and that pan's already getting hot. As you can see, the steam coming off there. So it won't be long, this will be going pretty good. Now we're going to finish adding in the rest of our ingredients. First thing, we're going to put in some tomato paste, and then we're going to put in a little bit of, I like to use the pure cane sugar. That'll help counter some of that acid in that tomato paste. And of course, we're going to be adding celery and carrots to this, otherwise it wouldn't really be a stew. Now we're going to add in some homemade chicken stock. You don't have to use homemade chicken stock. I just happen to have some on hand. The box kind works just fine. Just get the level up to the top of the ingredients that are in the pan, and you'll be fine with that. We're going to place the lid on the Dutch oven and bring this up to a simmer, and then we'll take the lid back off and let it finish. Okay, here's where we're at, about 20 minutes in, 25 minutes about. Took the lid back off because it brought it up to a boil, and now I just got it. It's just ticking over there with the lid off, which it's a simmer, which is what we want. And we'll just keep, you know, the coals up to keep that simmer going for the next hour and a half or so. And we'll get a reduction on that broth in there, and that should make us a nice gravy between that and the beer. We shouldn't have to add any thickener. But if we do, we'll probably just use some cornstarch. But for now, it's just sitting there. There's a little bit of fat coming to the top, and we'll skim some of that off later on when we get closer to finishing it. But right now, we're just going to wait. Probably end up finishing this up inside because the sun's almost down, and it's going to work out right to be about supper time. We're going to serve this on a bed of garlic mashed potatoes, and we're going to use instant ones because this whole recipe is designed around camping, and here where I live in the desert, water is a real premium. So if you have to boil up a bunch of potatoes, that takes a lot of water. So generally we use the instant potatoes, and they're really actually quite good. So we'll use those tonight because that'll simulate the camping trip and use less water, and that's what we're going to do, and I'm sure they'll be good either way. So anyhow, however you prefer to do it, if you have the water resource, you want to boil your own potatoes and make your own mashed potatoes, that's great. But you know, you can use the instant ones and save the water and use that water for another meal somewhere down the line. Anyway, we'll check back here in about another hour and a half or so when we're getting ready to serve it. Well, exactly 2 hours after we got it to a simmer, this is what the stew cooked down to. It's got a nice, rich, thick broth, and meat's real tender, and we're going to plate it up here onto our mashed potatoes we just made. This recipe will be available at coppercountryoutdoors.com. What the consistency of that broth is in there. came out pretty good.